Oi, oi, oi. Hello, friends. I really just need to share with you how delicious it feels to be practicing relationship anarchy. I had one of the most unforgettable moments of my life over the weekend. It felt like a dream come true. I felt like I was lucid dreaming. Like, wow, this is just my life. This is the dream I've always had for myself. And like, here it is. I'm just sitting in abundant, free-flowing love in a platonic way. Like, so revolutionary, so delicious, so nourishing. And I'm here to share it with you. I'm here to inspire you. Mainstream media really only models one type of love. It's that like toxic, monogamous love. You can be monogamous and not be toxic, but mainstream monogamy is toxic. Hate to break it to you. I know it's confronting. Don't hate the messenger, okay? I'm here to model something completely different, completely off script. It is not this script that's been handed down to you within systems of oppression that we live in. This is something completely expansive and abundant, okay? It's so unfathomable that that's why I'm here to actually model it to you, to share it with you, to invite you into a new path, the less traveled path, but a very rewarding one. Basically, over the past 6 months, I have been super duper duper way more selective, the most selective I've ever been in my life about who I choose to gift my time to and my energy to. Do you notice I said gift? Because it's super clear to me on my journey of developing secure attachment with myself what a deep gift my existence is to the world and to those around me. So if you're not at the point where you're like super clear on the gift of your experience, that's totally fine. Everybody's in a different place in the path. I've been there most of my life, and it's very new that I'm in this place in my life. So, I'm an attachment coach. I help folks develop secure attachment, specifically within the context of non-monogamy. And if you're looking for resources, friends, I've got so many resources. Check out the Love and Liberation Network. It is an online community of folks developing secure attachment and learning how to remove hierarchies from their relationships. It's a beautiful community. I cannot explain to you in words how nourishing and delicious and revolutionary this community is. But I also work with folks one-on-one, and I do coaching, relationship coaching. So, I've got other resources too. I'll put some links in the description. It is not easy to set boundaries around your time and your energy. At least it wasn't for me. Because for me to say no to folks who are inviting me to be on the phone with them, to go hang out with them, and it's not like I dislike those people, it just wasn't an enthusiastic yes in my body. There wasn't enough alignment. So, there were moments where I was feeling lonely, where I was feeling like I wasn't getting my needs met. Because I was choosing solitude. I chose to be by myself in those moments in order to create the space for a hell fucking yes. An enthusiastic yes. If it's not an enthusiastic yes, it's simply a no. So, while I was creating the space for the enthusiastic yes to come into my life, with who I want to spend my time with and how I want to spend my time, of course, there's a moment of feeling super alone, because you gotta make the space first in order for things to realign. Over the weekend, I had one of those moments where it felt so surreal, where I just looked around at the 4 people who were surrounding me and I said, oh my god, this is my life. Like, I'm hanging out with people who also practice relationship anarchy, meaning that there's no hierarchies in the way we relate to each other. We just trust ourselves to communicate our needs and our feelings, to set boundaries, and to meet each other in the middle. It's like, instead of having to rely on small, tiny alliances, aka a monogamous partner, because really when you're coupling up, it's a strategy for survival. It's like, who do I want to be on my team? And there's this expectation that your teammate is essentially replicating the role of a parent from when you're a kid. Like, they have to meet all of your needs. So, I mean, that to me is just completely unrealistic. In my own experience, did not work out for me. I've tried it so many times. It does not work for me. So, when I'm hanging out with other people who don't put hierarchies on relationships, where we all just show up so authentically, really just being ourselves and voicing what we're needing and what we're feeling, we're really able to connect with each other in a way that is so profound, where we are so deeply present, where we're not operating on these scripts in our subconscious minds. We are actively noticing those scripts come up, like how they come out of our patterns and relationships, just noticing it and choosing something different and holding each other in it. It's confronting as fuck to address relationship patterns, you know, because when you develop these patterns, it's all just survival strategy. You know, human beings need each other in order to survive. It's as simple as that. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. We need each other. So, you know, the relationship patterns that you learned as a kid, I mean, talk about vulnerability. You are so dependent as a little being because you rely on your parents to get your needs met. So, you know, most of the time, those patterns that people develop to survive through childhood, I mean, they're chill sometimes, but most of the time, they don't really serve us in our adult lives. They actually get in the way of intimacy. Maybe you're people-pleasing, maybe you're suppressing your needs and your feelings because you don't want to be too much for your partner, or you feel unlovable, or you feel burdensome, or what have you, you know? Living within a world of capitalism, parents who are confined to a nuclear family are systematically under-resourced. It is an unrealistic idea that human beings can live in such isolation and thrive. Like, it's a recipe for disaster, and really who wins are the people who are making a ton of money, who are hoarding resources at the top of the capitalism pyramid. Check out my blog for more information on that. It's such an intricate, deep analysis about the systems of oppression that we live in and how they shape our love lives. But over the weekend, I just had a moment of like, wow, my dreams are really coming true, because like I've been through the difficult parts of this journey. It's an ongoing journey. Like, I'm always showing up for the difficult parts because it is so rewarding to feel so deeply and authentically connected to people in my life, to be able to relate to people, like to hang out with my partner and their partner, for example, and not feel like we have to compete against each other. Rather, within relationship anarchy, the emphasis is on interdependence within community. We don't set these expectations to be socially isolated. Rather, instead of having a small alliance of like a singular couple who has this strong protective shield around them where they're like cutting off intimacy with other folks in their life because it presents itself as a threat to the relationship, aka to their safety alliance. With relationship anarchy, I feel safer in community. I feel the alliance is so expansive and abundant that we're not competing against each other. My partner's partner is my teammate, and I deeply trust them. You know, like, I am so grateful to be in such deep relationship, to be able to have such a huge safety net where we're all on the same team. And when we're all on the same team, my God, just imagine how the energy shifts in the space, where you're not competing for everyone's attention, but you're all sharing abundantly. And if jealousy comes up, which it will, it always does, come on. It's impossible not to, like, human experience, y'all. We're able to hold it together. We're not like demonizing people or just telling them there's something wrong with them or shaming them. We're like on the same team, so we're holding it all together. We're making it to the other side together, because ultimately jealousy is indicating some sort of need that's not getting met, and most of the time it relates to like a way that you're not feeling safe, you know, because if you feel like your relationship with your partner is threatened, really what that's threatening is your safety alliance. So when we're able to really hold the jealousy together as a big safety alliance, it's able to diffuse itself and actually work itself out of the body, so that we're all able to be back in one big safety alliance together. You don't have to be holding that on your own, and that's the beauty about the big safety alliance. Yeah, it is it has been one of the biggest gifts I have given myself in my life, to put down those boundaries and say, no, I will choose solitude, because it's not a hell yes for me to spend my time with you or doing this specific thing, in order for me to create the space to be in that circle of so much free-flowing, abundant love, so nourishing, that I experienced over the weekend in a circle of 4 other relationship anarchists, just really living so authentically and connecting so deeply and loving so openly. I cannot describe to you in words this experience, but every cell in my body was oozing with love. It was resonating throughout my body. There is no amount of money in the world you could spend to just buy this. Like, this is the art of living, is allowing yourself to feel your feelings and to work through your insecurities, and to not isolate yourself in that work, but to do it in community, and to really feel that resonant energy, like just radiating in the whole group. Like, we're all just bathing in this radiant, abundant love energy. Ugh. It was one of the most beautiful moments of my life.